On July 31st, 2000, Christina Aguilera headlined her first major U.S. concert tour. 35 cities in just 11 weeks. Destiny's Child was the opening act. The itinerary was grueling, but Christina thrived on connecting with her fans.
Oh, I love being on the road. I mean, the live performance and being on stage is the most rewarding thing about doing what I do. There's so much energy that goes into live performing, but it can be very stressful and a lot of hard work.
The schedule was 24/7. She never had downtime on tour. She just didn't. She was worked every single day. She never lip-synced.
Between concert dates, interviews, and personal appearances, Christina managed to record a Christmas CD and a Spanish version of her self-titled debut album. Rudy Perez produced Mi Reflejo, Reflection.
Her schedule was just crazy. I mean, she would be here for 3 days and then leave. I wouldn't see her for another 2 months, and then she would show up for 5 days. She was exhausted from work.
With her and all the dancers were monthly. We would have to either send out new clothes or have their clothes altered because they were doing so many shows and working so hard and dancing so hard, no one could keep any weight on.
The physical demands of the show taxed Christina's tiny frame.
They were getting them like protein shakes and protein drinks, and they were just losing pounds. Like, Christina was down to like a -0.
Rumors began to circulate that Christina suffered from a serious eating disorder.
During that time when she would hear things about she was anorexic, I think that really got to her and hurt her feelings because here she was trying to gain weight.
In August 2000, Christina found refuge from the relentless gossip and exhausting schedule. She fell in love with 23-year-old George Santos, one of the dancers in her show.
Oh, George was so sweet. He's Latin, so he's very romantic. He was very supportive of her.
I think George was the first person that she could actually confide in, that she can trust, that was her best friend as well as boyfriend.
That same month, Christina's single Come On Over was released. The video sizzled. With her barely there hip huggers and suggestive dance moves, Christina raised the bar for teen pop sexuality.
At the height of the teen pop phenomenon phase thing of being cookie cutter and clean cut and playing it safe so much, which is an image that really wasn't me.
And you have to remember, at the time, Britney was getting sexier and sexier with every video, and she was growing and developing, and Christina was too.
A lot of blonde hair going on out there, too. I'm just like, wow. That's why, you know, kind of looking to change my look a little bit.
Christina had more surprises in store for fans and critics. In September 2000, she sang a duet with Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit.
And it was a shock because so many rumors had gone down that they had dated, that he was mad at her. It actually turned his fans against him. And the next thing you know, it's like, oh, Fred Durst, why'd you perform with Christina? You know, you sold out.
Christina was forced to fight the sellout label herself. When her Spanish-language album, Mi Reflejo, was released that same month, some critics accused Christina of trying to cash in on the Latin music craze.
The fact that she's American, she doesn't speak Spanish. I know what everybody's thinking. But look, she wants to connect with her roots. She's doing it really out of true love for Latin music.
Christina's fans responded with what counted most, cash. Mi Reflejo debuted numero uno on the Latin charts, selling 442,000 copies in the U.S. alone.
I think it was the perfect timing. The whole Latin explosion was taking off, you know, Ricky Martin, Mark Anthony. All these guys were just exploding, and Christina, you know, Christina touched on the bicultural kids.
While Christina's Latin album generated plenty of heat, her fashion sense got the cold shoulder. On September 18th, Christina made People magazine's worst dressed list, while Britney Spears made the best dressed.
Being an artist that is not afraid to push more limits with either my look or my sound or my music, being out in the open out there is going to be judged more, and it's going to be criticized more for not playing it so straight-laced.
I think what bothers her is the cattiness and the negativity. Constructive criticism is great, but when it comes from a really malicious, ill-spirited manner, that can hurt anyone's feelings.
In October 2000, Christina made some major changes in her life. Boyfriend George Santos moved into her L.A. home. She severed ties with longtime manager Steve Kurtz.
She had outgrown that manager. That's the way Christina felt about it. And Steve, you know, of course he was hurt.
I was being overworked. I wasn't being looked after at all. You know, it was like my needs were not their interests. I was working, you know, my ass off for I don't know how long, and this was the first time I got to breathe.
I think we all knew that eventually she was going to need a management team to take her into superstardom.
In late 2000, Christina signed with legendary music manager Irving Azoff. Azoff's client list included Patti LaBelle, the Eagles, and the Backstreet Boys.
So Irving came in and basically cleaned house. He fixed everything that had been done wrong previously, immediately got the ball moving in the right direction.
Having Irving come in there and take the upper hand and go, no, she needs time, you know, to explore her thoughts and feelings, live a normal life for a second.
Christina used the time for some serious soul-searching about her next album.
I just felt like I was in this bubble that I couldn't get out of, you know, and this image that everyone had of me that after a while I was growing out of, it really wasn't me, you know, and I felt really uncomfortable in my own skin, and I started writing lyrics.
Christina did much more than just write a few lyrics. By the end of 2000, she seized control of both her personal and professional life. Just 20 years old, Christina struck Grammy Gold, found love, changed managers, took heat from the press, and hit the top of the charts. The former teen diva had truly become a woman in every sense of the word. Christina Aguilera was now poised to get down and dirty. Coming up, the lady is a tramp.
Pink and Little Kim's outfits were much more revealing, and Christina's the one that still got all the crap about it.